Tech Agronomist at the Technology Access Center for Livestock Production here at Olds College, Agricultural Technology in Olds, Alberta. Today, I'd like to dive into a topic crucial to animal health, nitrate toxicity. Today, I'll be explaining why nitrate is harmful, why to test for it, and the tools you can use to test for it right on your farm.
Elevated nitrate levels in forages can compromise an animal's blood oxygen carrying capacity. This issue can stem from various factors, being it environmental conditions like drought, frost, hail, or agricultural practices such as excessive fertilization. The consequences can range from chronic issues such as reduced appetite and productivity to acute toxicity such as bloating and fatalities, as well as abortions. Ruminants such as cattle, sheep, and goats are at a higher risk than non-ruminants, so it's crucial to monitor nitrate levels in a variety of forages such as cereals and grasses.
Traditional tests are accurate but time-consuming, which can make producers hesitant to test when they expect a problem. That's where these tests come in. Forage samples can be tested rapidly and allow for informed decision-making about your feeding. In this video, we'll guide you through the process, starting with sample collection.
The sample collection portion is very simple. All you need is a large bag to collect your samples in and a sharp pair of snippers to cut the plant themselves. When you're cutting the plant, you want to get both the stems, leaves, and petioles, so you get a representative sample from the entire plant. When you're taking your samples, you want to take them from a number of areas throughout the field. You'll do a zigzag pattern across the field and collect samples at each point. So we've come to our first random point in the field here, and Lindsay is going to be taking the first sample. As you can see, she has taken a sample from no in particular spot, but it includes alfalfa and grasses that are representative of the field. We will continue on to our next spot. Collected our full bag of forage samples, we can proceed to take the nitrate rapid in-field test. With that test, we will look at how to interpret the results as well as next steps on how to manage your forages.
Now let's talk about the NECi Green Forage Sampling Kit. So this kit can be used on any green forage samples. That could be standing forage, a green feed, or silage that we can collect a sap sample from. Within the kit is 1,000 part per million nitrate N that can be used as a referencing tool to ensure that the kit is working properly. So you can download the nitrate color sample slider on your phone or utilize the color chart on the back of your instructions. These kits have been validated through laboratory methods and will take 15 to 20 minutes to provide a result. So included in your kit is a cardboard holder for holding the square cuvets, clear collection tubes with 5 milliliters of water, squeeze bulb containing buffer, one snap cap tube with a blue dot containing the nitrate standard, square reaction cuvets with one containing a blue dot for your standard, pipettes, snap caps containing the reagent powder, and plastic pans for sap collection. Additional materials you will need is a marker for labeling the tubes if you are taking samples from multiple fields, scissors for removing the snip-off bulb squeeze tube, a pen for data collection, and a garlic press for squeezing the sap from samples. Now we'll proceed to analyze our sample. So first you'll take your sap collection plates. So we're going to take 3 from this bag to get a representative sample. And then you'll select plant materials from the different species within the bag. So in this one we'll have alfalfa and grasses and all of the part plants, including the stems and petioles and leaves. sap out of the sample. So once you have your sap sample, you will open up your water. And take 1 drop using a pipette and add it to the tube. So for each sample, you will use a different water tube and different pipette. Once you have done that, the pipettes and samples can then be discarded, and we will proceed to shake these tubes for approximately 1 minute. Next, you will take your cardboard holder and put the square cuvettes into it, keeping the blue dot separate. And then tap it gently to settle any contents. We'll then take the standard and empty it into the according blue cuvette. So next, we're going to empty our squeeze bulbs into the remaining cuvettes. We will mix gently by swirling, not shaking. For step 3, we will have to do this within 5 minutes. You will take your samples that we prepared and add 1 drop from the surface of each into each cuvette. Using the pipette. Once you have recovered the cuvettes, you will then, again, gently mix it. We'll set it aside for 10 minutes, mixing gently every few minutes. So we'll set a timer for that. Okay, now that we have waited our 10 minutes, we can take our snap cap reagent powder and gently tap them all on the table. We will then take the reagent and add them to each of our cuvettes, including the nitrate standard. Once you have covered each of these and secured them, you mix it vigorously and then let sit for 5 minutes. After your 5 minutes have been completed, then you can compare your tubes to the chart provided. As you can see, the 1,000 part per million nitrate standard shows a light pink, showing that the color reagents are working correctly in the kit. So looking at our other samples, we can see that they are a clear color with no pink present, indicating that they have a quite low nitrate toxicity level and are safe to feed. According to the chart, under 350 parts per million, which these would fall in this category, is generally considered safe for other livestock and can proceed to feed. If they are 350 parts per million to 1,000 parts per million, you should limit to 50% when feeding to calves and pregnant animals. If you are 1,000 to 250 parts per million, do not feed to pregnant animals and should limit to 25 to 50% of general livestock. Over 2,500 parts per million should not be fed to livestock and is considered lethal. If you have any questions on the NECi nitrate testing kit, please feel free to reach out to us with the contact information provided at the end of this video.